Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into that, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Last time we decorated the entrance, which I will leave a link to that video in the time cards on top. So in today's video, we will be decorating my resident services. So let's get right into the video. So we are going to continue where we left off. I'm going to be decorating this small little area here and all of the cliff area in the back, along with this area over here, and try to connect everything together. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to be doing for this area, so I'm just going to be decorating small sections at a time. That way, if I don't like the area, it will be easier for me to tear down. This side for sure, I'm going to be creating small fairy ponds. When I say small, I mean like two. I was thinking of adding a bridge in the top cliff area in the back. I think it would look so cool when you fly over to my island, but I'll see how everything goes. I have so much space to decorate, and I got so lucky with this island layout because all of my cliffs are in the back, so there wasn't that much terraforming I needed to do. I also want to mention my villagers again. I might change some villagers around because a lot of you had some great suggestions and I want to take those into consideration. So I have Etoile on my island because she won the vote, but I'm thinking of getting Peanut, Flora, and Rosie. Honestly, I forgot about Flora and someone mentioned her and I was like, oh yeah, Flora. Like, how can I forget Flora? She literally fits both themes, so definitely getting her. And I'm throwing Rosie in as a possibility if I find her first when I'm villager hunting. So currently I have Marshall, Filbert, Cookie, Diana, Melba, Etoile, Audie, Marlo, Kit Kat, and Sherb on my island. I'm thinking of kicking out Marlo, Kit Kat, and Sherb for June, Peanut, and Flora. I'm debating really hard on switching Melba for Cleo. I have Melba, but I love Cleo, so I don't know if I should keep Melba for now until I get all of my villagers that I want, or if I should just change her in case I run into Cleo on a villager hunt again. I actually got Melba as one of my 3 move-in villagers along with Sherb, who haunts me on every single island, so I really didn't choose her, she chose me. So I don't know, I'll put a poll on my community tab and you guys can help choose what I should do. But yeah, we finished these small little fairy ponds and now we're going to be working on the right side. Originally for this side I was going to add a staircase, but after playing around with this area I hated how it came out. Then I realized that I never played around with the idea of a bridge here, so I decided to do that. Maybe I'll add the Nook's Cranny and Able Sister shop here, or start adding the villager homes. I'll see how it turns out, because when I have an idea in mind and then I start playing around with that idea, a lot of the times I end up hating it, like the staircase idea, and that happens to me a lot. So that is why I take forever to build. Also, I've added so many diagonal bridges and I still struggle each time I create one. Every time I forget the dimensions that I would need, and so I start playing around with it until it fits. So you're gonna see me struggling here. Definitely at some point I want to create a spiral and moon crescent pond here and some more fairy ponds. I just feel like if you're gonna create a Fairycore island, you definitely have to have a crescent moon pond. It's a crime not to have one. And for this island, I want to create a lot of rivers, like little small rivers all over, but I want to make sure that you're still able to walk around or get to certain areas on my island. I personally don't like when I see a spot that I want to get to, but I can't because I have no ladder or something is in the way that prevents me from getting there. I also don't like seeing villagers get stuck in an area because they can't get out. I feel so bad when I see that. I definitely wanted to make sure areas on my island are walkable or reachable. So here I'm creating a small little cliff. Originally, I was going to extend the little river that you see me creating a little bit further down, but as I was creating it, I just felt like it was doing a little bit too much for me, and I felt like it was going to block you from crossing over to the other side. So to fix that, I ended up just creating the cliff and adding some waterfalls to show where the water will be coming from, and then maybe later on I'll change it up and extend the river. I'm not sure, I'll see how it goes. For this cliff, I'm just going to keep it simple. I've been trying to find a fairy path that it can also fit in the tropical tropical theme. I found one, but I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to use it here underneath the rose bed that I'll be placing. I like it so far, but we'll see how it goes. Also, all of the codes that I use for this build will be listed in the description below. So once I finish placing the rose bed, I'm going to go back and start finishing up this little area. I went back and started to play around with the little river I created, and I just don't like how it was looking, so I started playing around with it to give me more space because I really wanted to place a mushroom parasol, but it didn't fit, so I'm going to adjust it so that I can make it fit and fixing the pond so that the bridge can fit as well. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and add the pansy table and the mushroom parasol, and now we're going to add the bridge here. I'm adding the bridge first because if I place certain items in front of the bridge, the game will just remove it and I have no idea where it goes. It does not go into my recycling bin, so I'm very careful with what I place there because they just disappear. So I have this little space here and I wanted to add a little seating area for my villagers, and then next to this I'm going to add a hardwood tree with a small mushroom platform and a palm tree lamp. So now I'm going to be decorating the back of the resident services. For this area I'm going to create two separate cliffs and add waterfalls to each, and then I'm going to decorate it with some cute little items that I missed using. Between the two cliffs I'm going to add some trees and flowers to kind of give it a nice transition between the two cliffs, and I'm going to add a waterfall to connect where the bridge is. This area is going to look super nice, especially when you're flying over. You're going to be able to see everything, which once I have everything completed for this area, I'll do a flyover so you guys can see how everything looks. Funny thing that happened to me while I was decorating, Audie actually came up to me and asked to leave, which I was super quick to say no because, like, girl, I just got you and now you want to leave? And then in the background all I see is Sherb just smiling and having fun with the bugs, and Marlo's sitting down by the pond, and I'm just like, why can't the villagers that I want to leave never leave, but the villagers that I love always want to leave? So now I have to wait another 2 weeks for another villager to have a thought bubble. Hopefully it's one of the 3 that I'm trying to kick out. I'm going to keep Kit Kat though. I'm going to bring him to my other island and leave him there. I don't think he deserves to be in the void. He's just too cute. I think the void is such a scary place to be if I was a villager. I remember when I had my first island and I was one of those people that just let their plots autofill, and I just had fun with whichever villager I got, and if they wanted to leave I let them go so I can experience other villagers, and most of them were not the best looking villagers, I will admit that. And one of my friends just kept getting all of the villagers that I had kicked out. Like, I'm talking about every single plot that she put down, she was just getting every single one of them. I just found it so funny because she would get mad at the game for giving her ugly villagers when in reality it was me the entire time. She eventually found out that it was me, but it was just so funny how she was getting mad at the game. But yeah, we are almost done with the build. I'm just going to create this smaller cliff and add a little waterfall and connect the waterfall from the bottom to the one I'm going to add on top. And then on the side of the cliff I'm going to add another bush and some more flowers. And then lastly I'm going to add this pink cosmo flower. And here's how the fairy ponds look, and we have Etoile in the back just having fun. She's super cute and I'm actually excited to have her on my island. Here is how the ponds look at an angle, and here is how the back of the resident services look. Absolutely obsessed with how the whole thing looks. And here's how the two cliffs look with the two trees transitioning with each other. It looks so cute. I love it. Here is how the bridge ended up looking. I really like the bridge being here because then it leads you to a whole different area. I'm mad that I didn't do this before, but it's okay, we did it now. And here's how the cliff looks like next to the resident services. I really love how it turned out, and I just might keep that tropical flower path. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, let me know by hitting the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I love you all so much. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.